أعوذ بالله من الشيطان الرجيم بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullah. I'm doing this video right now because I've come across some videos online that have been attacks against a Muslim community that I'm a part of. It's a Muslim community that I became part of about almost 9 years ago now. And after reviewing these videos, some of the attacks were baseless. And I thought it would be very confusing for potential Muslims or Muslims who are looking for the right path within Islam, which becomes more and more difficult in these days that we find ourselves in now. And I wanted to clear a couple of those things up. The Muslim community I'm speaking of is the Ahmadi Muslim community. It was founded a little over 100 years ago by Mirza Ghulam Ahmad of Qadiani, India, alayhi salam. Some of the charges against him are baseless, some are ridiculous, some, quite frankly, aren't worth mentioning or responding to. But there's a couple of them that I'm going to start with that are a little more simple and might cause some confusion in some people's minds. And some of the groups that criticize Mirza Ghulam Ahmad in his day, they don't exist now. So you can't judge their works. They basically didn't go past a generation. And the ones that exist today that are now attacking with the same old arguments, what have they accomplished? You know, so if I look at the fruits, many of these groups who attack are responsible for fanaticism, are responsible for attacking Muslims, or declaring Muslims kafir, which is another big topic that I think really needs to be addressed within the Muslim world. Always these fatwas issued, these decisions or decrees issued by these ulama, these so-called religious scholars, that this group or that group, they're kafir. And this, of course, was done in Pakistan in 1973, actually written into the constitution of the government, that Ahmadis are kafir. And this is one of the arguments also used on the one of the critique videos against Ahmadi Muslims. They use this as a proof that you see the ulama in different countries have declared Muslims, Ahmadis non-Muslim. Okay. First off, this is something that I want to read because it's very clear, and I want to make sure that it's read word for word. This is a hadith recorded in Abu Dawood, which is considered one of the great authentic compilations of hadith. And it states, Prophet Muhammad ﷺ made this statement, quote, "3 things are the roots of faith: to refrain from killing a person who utters La ilaha illallah, that is, there is no God but the one God, or Allah alone, and not to declare kafir whatever sin he commits, and not to excommunicate him from Islam for his any action. And struggle will be performed continuously from the day Allah sent me as a prophet until the day the last member of my community will fight with the Dajjal. The tyranny of any tyrant and the justice of any just ruler will not invalidate it. One must have faith in divine decree." So this hadith is so clear and so powerful. Prophet Muhammad ﷺ, our chief, commands clearly, don't call anybody kafir. Don't excommunicate anybody from Islam. It's not your right. You don't know what's in their heart. And so for these groups who are constantly bickering over these fine points and declaring each other kafir over these points, and then can, go on to bomb each other's masjids, murder each other, assassinate each other's leaders. This is what's led to the world of, the modern world of Islam, which is filled with mischief. And this is a continuation. And these same voices that make these statements and proclamations on videos that they're now posting, they're earning their way to hell instead of paradise as they think. Nowhere in the history of religion, of the pious prophets, of Dawood, of alayhi salam, of Solomon alayhi salam, of Musa alayhi salam, Isa alayhi salam, did they go around pointing the finger, calling people kafir. They worked in the cause of Allah. They spoke and preached the truth. They would condemn certain behaviors, possibly certain beliefs, but they would never condemn people or a group as kafir. And this is where we've seen so much mischief.